Hello, good morning, buongiorno. Bonjour, bonjour, je suis Metatron, je m'appelle Metatron, je suis italien et aujourd'hui je voudrais pratiquer le français, étudier la langue française avec vous. Et bon, je sais que je ne parle pas bien. J'étudiais la langue française quand j'étais plus jeune à l'école, mais je sais que quand je parle français, je fais beaucoup d'erreurs, spécialement avec la grammaire et bien sûr la prononciation. Bon, je suis italien, je ne suis pas français, donc I know I sound kind of weird. Ah, voilà, l'erreur est humaine. Pas vrai? On peut faire comme ça alors. Well, I found this video. How do you say? J'ai trouvé un vidéo. Super easy French. That's exactly for absolute beginners. Well, am I an absolute beginner? No, I think I'm like a pastified beginner. I am a pasta-fueled beginner. That's a better, maybe. Is it lower intermediate? Would I even be lower intermediate? I have no idea. If you're French, I know you let me know. It's like your French is horrible. No, yeah. Anyways, let's go. Let's go.
Bonjour à tous,
Bonjour.
bienvenue sur Easy French. Aujourd'hui, c'est votre première leçon d'un nouveau format d'Easy French très facile où nous vous montrons des choses et vous allez pouvoir découvrir des mots assez simples.
Allons-y. Très facile, ouais. Okay, so I did understand him, okay? But he was speaking very fast. And I don't know if that's something I would suggest for absolute beginners, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it, okay?
Allons-y. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
C'est un arbre.
Oh, une voiture. Je pensais que... Ah. It's because I'm Italian, so I see a car before I see an arbre. Arbre magique. Which is also in a car. See?
Qu'est-ce que je vois?
Qu'est-ce que je vois?
Je vois
Je vois
un arbre.
un arbre.
Qu'est-ce
Why are you hugging it? Qu'est-ce que
que
c'est?
c'est?
Une voiture.
C'est une voiture.
Ouais,
Qu'est-ce que je vois?
une voiture.
Je vois une voiture.
Okay, it's getting better now. I mean, the beginning was like, and so probably half the absolute beginners already left. But for those who stayed, so me and you, the brave ones, it's actually not too bad.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Oh gosh, how do you say bicycle? Bicyclette? I don't know, maybe I just made it up.
C'est un très beau vélo.
Très beau vélo. Oh, vélo. Okay, vélo. Nice. Like speed.
Qu'est-ce que je vois?
Qu'est-ce que je vois?
Je vois un vélo.
Je vois un vélo.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
A leaf.
C'est une feuille.
C'est une feuille. Feuille. Yeah, we say foglia in Italian, so very, very close. Feuille.
Cette feuille est verte.
Cette feuille est verte. So, yeah, of course, you have the translation there. Very similar to
Qu'est-ce que
Italian.
je vois?
Qu'est-ce que je vois?
Je vois une feuille.
Je vois une
Qu'est-ce
feuille.
que je vois? Je vois deux filles.
Deux filles.
D'où viennent ces filles? De Lettonie. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est une bouteille.
C'est une bouteille. Je voudrais boire un verre d'eau maintenant. I don't want to go to the kitchen.
Cette bouteille est à moitié pleine. Qu'est-ce que je vois?
Qu'est-ce que je vois?
Je vois une bouteille.
Je vois une bouteille.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est un massage.
C'est un massage. Yeah, massage is very similar.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
C'est une montre.
C'est une montre. I did not know the word for watch, so we're learning montre. Montre. C'est une montre.
À qui appartient cette montre?
À qui appartient cette montre? Interesting because that's very similar. A chi appartiene, as how we would say it in Italian, questo orologio. So even though the last part is very different, à qui appartient is this appartient. I think I'm not doing the nasalized sound correctly, but yes. À qui appartient cette montre?
À Capenda.
À Capenda, mon ami.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Ce sont des cartes.
Ce sont des cartes. I'm having a great time.
La jeune fille s'évente avec les cartes.
La jeune fille se vante avec les cartes. It's kind of funny because, I mean, do people need to know this word before they know how to say nice to meet you? I don't know. But hey, fun. They're smiling. I appreciate that.
Tiens
Yeah.
les cartes.
La jeune fille, the young girl, la jeune fille tient les cartes. And we say tiene in Italian. So close. So close. I love that. That's really the magic of Romance languages. Even though, I mean, French oftentimes is different in terms of pronunciation, something we tend to struggle a little bit, quite a bit, in fact, as, whether you're Italian, Spanish, what have you. But then again, like, I only need to hear carte once. Montre was a little harder because there's nothing to do. Well, I could think of, maybe it comes from montrer, to show. I could be completely wrong here, so do correct me. Regardless, it's, that's what reminds, because we have a word in Italian, mostrare, which is to show. So if that's, maybe I can remember, even if it's wrong, even if that has nothing to do with it, I can think mostrami l'orario, so show me what time is it, montre. I'll remember it that way, and so it works. But the rest of the things, carte, tiens, I only need to hear it once because it sounds so close to me. And then velo, it was, you see, I already remembered it because I think of veloce, which means fast in Italian. So I was wrong. I thought it was like bicycle because I think you do say bicicleta in Spanish and we say bicicletta in Italian. So I thought maybe French is the same. And of course it wasn't the one time that I was guessing. Welcome to my life. Regardless, he said it once, velo, and now I know it. And I just learnt it. And I think there are ways you could do that in English too, because at the end of the day, even if you're an Anglophone speaker and English is your first language, yes, veloce, it's fast in Italian, and to you, it's fast. So fast has nothing to do with velo, but you can think of velocity. And so you can use that as a connection. You're using a derived word, a secondary compound word, rather than a direct word, but it still works. See if we can find more today. Having a great time. Yeah.
Je choisis une carte.
Je choisis une carte. So, choisis, scegliere in Italian, choose in English. So, just remember the CH is a sh in French, and at the end of the day, it's actually closer to English than it is to Italian, at least for the spelling. Choisis.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est un sac.
Un sac.
Ce sont des sacs.
Ce sont des sacs. Interesting because in Italian we would say borsa, so it has nothing to... I would say una borsa. There's probably another word for it. But we do have the word sacco. And it's a different thing. Like when you say sacco in Italian, I would think of an actual like leather or fabric made big bag. Like the one where you put potatoes in, pomme de terre, I guess. That would be un sacco. But yeah, I can absolutely, I just have to remember that, okay, that's the word. Great. Sac.
J'ouvre le sac et je cherche.
J'ouvre le sac, je cherche. So I open ouvre, ouvrir, chercher, search.
Je trouve une bouteille.
Je trouve, maybe I would have used a different word now since they were, well, repetition is good though, so I think he's doing a great job. And there is another bouteille here. La bière trouve, trouver, trouve, it's to find, yes, and we say trovare. Je trouve une bouteille.
Elle trouve un portefeuille.
Portefeuille, which is portafoglio in Italian. It's so close. That's insane. Portefeuille. And we say portafoglio, which actually means paper carrier. If you really translate it like, paper carrier would be a good translation. Portafoglio. This is a good video. Someone was screaming.
C'est Darta. Elle vient de Lettonie.
Okay, is there a French person in here? Are they all from Latvia? It's... I wonder if she speaks French. I wish she spoke a little bit as well. Anyways, nice video as always. I don't want to react to the entire thing, and it's a 4-minute video, so do click the link in the description that I will provide, of course, and in the pinned comment. Now I found this, and this might be good if you are actually an absolute beginner, because this is slow French. So let's see the beginning. And let me show you the difference, because whenever you say something you might not know, but there is something that you can watch. This is going to be a bit, but I could still learn a new word or two, but it's going to be a bit too slow for me. But still, if you're an absolute beginner, you can always like slow Mandarin, and lots of channels specialize on that sort of content. Eventually, you'll have to move out of it. But when you're first starting and you're having trouble differentiating the words, it's a good way to begin. Plus, it's breakfast. Nice.
Salut les amis. Bienvenue dans ce nouvel épisode en français lent.
Which was hilarious for some reason. So like, hey. Salut les amis, ok, bienvenue dans ce nouvel épisode en français lent. And you know what's interesting is you can also try and read stuff around here. C'est les rémunérés au juste prix, son producteur. Fantastic, priced right, just price. Look at these croissants in French. As a southern Italian, I would call them cornetto, cornetti, but people in the north sometimes call them brioche, so it kind of depends on where you're from, I suppose, or some people do call it croissant in Italian too, but mostly, where I'm from, it's cornetto, that's it, that's what that is. Lovely, what have we got?
Aujourd'hui, j'ai invité Hélène
Aujourd'hui, j'ai invité Hélène
pour petit déjeuner avec moi.
So interesting that she's using, so of course, petit déjeuner is breakfast, which actually means little fast because, you're not eating overnight. And it's the same thing in English. Fast, if you probably know that, but fast doesn't just mean like something that is quick, but too fast means to go without food for an extended period of time. And so a breakfast is literally breaking a fast, even in English. Now, in Italian, it's different, unfortunately. So there is a connection here. In Italian, we say colazione, so we just have a word for it, and it doesn't really have anything to do with breaking any fasts, I suppose, but lovely.
Hélène, est-ce que tu aimes petit déjeuner?
Okay, she went a little faster now.
Oui,
Oui.
j'adore le petit déjeuner.
Moi aussi, j'adore le petit déjeuner.
C'est mon repas préféré.
Okay, so meal is repas. I didn't know the meal in general is repas. It's interesting. So you see, we are learning. So even if it's slow, in fact, great. New vocabulary. Fantastic. C'est mon repas préféré. Yeah, we say preferito. How would we say that in Italian to see how different they are? È il mio pasto preferito. Believe it or not, in Italian, pasta, but pasto is a meal. Yeah.
Petit déjeuner.
Le petit déjeuner.
C'est mon repas préféré.
Ok. Alors aujourd'hui, c'est un petit déjeuner très français.
Très français. C'est vrai.
Donc très sucré.
Sucré. Very, very sugared. You could translate it. Very sweet. It's the same in Italy. It's the same. La même chose.
On va commencer par les viennoiseries. Donc, nos viennoiseries. Les plus classiques. Le croissant.
Le croissant.
Le pain au chocolat.
Le pain au chocolat, ouais.
Et le pain au raisin.
Le pain au raisin, j'aime bien le pain au chocolat, mais le pain au raisin, ce n'est pas mon préféré.
Laquelle veux-tu manger en premier?
Le croissant, bien sûr, ouais.
J'hésite. J'adore les pains au raisin.
Come on. Ce n'est pas bien. Ce n'est pas bien ça. Ce n'est pas bon ça. You got croissant and you choose. Oh my gosh.
Mais c'est très, très sucré.
Pas de problème.
Donc, je pense que je vais choisir un croissant.
Mais je pense que le croissant aussi est très sucré. Mais je pense que le croissant est très sucré aussi. Donc,
Excellent choix.
excellent choix. Choice.
Moi, je suis plus gourmande, donc je vais y aller avec un pain au chocolat.
Ouais.
En France, on mange aussi
Fantastique.
parfois des tartines,
Tartine.
donc des tranches de pain, sur lesquelles on étale plus ou moins ce qu'on veut. Alors ici, on a
oh my gosh, this is so nostalgic for me.
des confitures.
Confiture, we say confettura in Italian. Same thing, it's jam basically.
Maison.
Fête maison.
C'est quel parfum?
Oh, interesting. So they say parfum, which it's like perfume, but they mean it as flavor. We wouldn't do that. We have a separate word, which is gusto, sapore, which actually means flavor, taste. They say parfum. This is fascinating.
Des confitures.
De confiture.
Alors celle-ci, si je me trompe pas, c'est ta maman qui l'a faite.
Oh, I need to learn that one if I'm not wrong. I'm always wrong. So, si je me trompe pas, si je me trompe pas. Okay, we're gonna write it down. Come on. Si je me trompe pas, si je me trompe pas. I'm so gonna use it. I'm so happy that I learned that. Si je me trompe pas, si je me trompe pas. Alors, celle-ci, si je me trompe pas.
Alors, celle-ci, si je me trompe pas, c'est ta maman qui l'a faite.
C'est ta maman qui l'a faite.
Et c'est une confiture au mûr.
Et c'est une confiture au mûr. And blackberry, so blackberry would be mora in Italian, so mûr, mora, very similar. Hey, this is great. This is really good. Let me say that one again. Si je me trompe pas. Learn this one. Si je me trompe pas. Okay, we learned that one. It was fantastic. I think this was a good episode of learning of Italian, struggling to learn French. And if you enjoyed it, absolutely subscribe to my channel. Thumbs up and all that famous YouTuber stuff that I will never learn. And I will see you tomorrow. À plus.